the establishment in Washington doesn't like to sign discharge petitions because this is the way it works for your audience. The speaker sets the agenda, and that means the speaker decides what comes up on the floor. But there's one way around that. 218 signatures on a discharge petition to move a bill means we can move a bill on the floor.
Okay.
So we need 6, 7, 8 Democrats to join us to get up to 218 signatures. And so the media should ask every Democrat, why won't you sign this discharge petition? So that's number one. Number two, and we filed that discharge petition a year ago, Dana. I filed the discharge petition, Yvette Harrell's bill to require Title 42. We did it a year ago because we knew what was coming. And, a lot of people have been quiet over the last year, including on our side of the aisle, about what was coming. Number two, September 30th, the government funding runs out. Well, we've got now 5.5 months, and we should fight and say, do not fund a government that refuses to secure the border. Let's have that fight. Republicans will run away from that, and they'll say, oh, don't do a shutdown fight before an election, and they'll hand-wring. Look, stop funding government that is not doing its job and that is taking away your tyranny. You're funding the government that's targeting DOJ, targeting parents who go to a school board and complain, and you're funding a DHS that refuses to secure the border. Don't do that. The third way to try to go after this is Texas. And frankly, we need to do more than we're doing. Now, look, Governor Abbott has done a lot in terms of DPS, and there's $3 billion of funding, and we've got DPS guys down there helping. We're building some fence. That's all good, but it's slow, and it's not for the times. The times dictate that we need to actually go down there and do our own work as Texans to secure the border under the Constitution of the United States. We're being invaded, and we should treat it as such.
Yeah, we're talking with Congressman Chip Roy, isn't there some kind of way to say it, I mean, that many people, that kind of a mess, that's like a state of emergency in a way. I mean, couldn't the governor be able to declare something like that and then through those powers, I'm not quite sure what that grants him, but use, National Guard, something, Texas Rangers, something to help control it?
Well, we've certainly got DPS down there, and they're helping, and I do not want to be misinterpreted that the guy DPS and McGraw who runs it, he's a friend, and Governor Abbott's a friend, and they're doing a lot.
Right.
I would just say that it's kind of reactive, and at some point here, you got to look at this, what you just said. It's an emergency. Our ranches, livestock, people, drugs, cartels, danger, the rape trees, the body trailers down in South Texas. We need to stop that, and we need to stop it now because we're being invaded. And we are being invaded in the sense that we've got dangerous cartels and dangerous narcotics and dangers to Texans. And under Article 4 in the Constitution, we have the ability to say, look, we're being invaded. Let's stand up and let's do our part as Texans. Say, no, you're not coming into Texas. We're stopping you. That's a big statement, and I get that that's big, but the times call for it. And that's what I'm suggesting is that Texas needs to stand up. But I'm trying to do what I can here. Moving the Title 42 discharge petition, and I'm going to pick a funding fight between now and September about funding a government that refuses to secure the border.